Once upon a time, in a wobbly little world made of jelly trees and marshmallow clouds, there lived a yellow bird named Chuck. But Chuck wasn't just any bird. He was the fastest, loudest, and grumpiest bird in all of Jelly Island. Now, don't get it wrong, Chuck wasn't mean. He just got angry really fast. If someone took too long to talk, angry. If a cookie broke in half, angry. If a cloud covered the sun, oh boy, super angry. But Chuck had one thing he really loved, his turbo slingshot. It was golden, shiny, and helped him zoom across the sky like a lightning bolt. Every morning he would launch himself off it, shouting, "Chuck attack!" One day, Chuck woke up, stretched his wings, and walked to his launching spot, only to find his slingshot was gone. "What? Who took my slingshot?" He screamed so loud that 3 jelly trees bounced away in fear. Without thinking, Chuck zoomed into the sky like a blur, leaving behind a trail of smoke shaped like a lightning bolt. He zipped past Candy Canyon, dodged cotton candy clouds, and stopped at the jelly jungle where his friends were hanging out. "Who took my slingshot?" he yelled at Red, the calm and serious bird. Red blinked. "Chuck, maybe you misplaced it." Chuck flapped his wings wildly. "I never misplace anything except my temper." Just then, a puff of blue feathers floated by. It smelled like bubble gum and glitter. Chuck's eyes narrowed. "The blues? It must be those mischievous triplets." Whoosh! He sped off again, zooming through pancake fields and over milk rivers, until he reached the blues' treehouse. Inside, everything was upside down. Donuts on the ceiling, jelly beans in the fan, and the triplets, Jay, Jake, and Jim, bouncing on a trampoline. Chuck burst in, "Where is my slingshot?" The blues froze, mid-bounce. Then they pointed to a screen. It showed a shadowy figure sneaking around with the slingshot in the middle of the night. But it wasn't them. Chuck leaned closer. The thief had pointy ears, tiny wings, and glowing green eyes. "Piggy!" Chuck growled. "It's a piggy!" Without another word, he blasted off toward Piggy Mountain, where the sneaky green pigs lived in their castle made of chocolate bricks. At the top, in a throne made of jelly beans, sat the Pig King, wearing Chuck's slingshot like a crown. "You like it?" the Pig King chuckled. "It launches bacon." Chuck's eyes twitched. His feathers fluffed. He was angrier than ever. But instead of exploding, Chuck took a deep breath. Yes, a deep, long, slow breath. Then he smiled, yes, smiled, and said, "Want to see how it really works?" The Pig King, curious, handed over the slingshot. Chuck loaded himself in, pulled back, and said, "Never steal from an angry bird." Boom! He launched straight through the jelly bean throne, bounced off a licorice wall, and crashed into the bacon cannon, which went kaboom. Pigs flew everywhere. With parachutes, don't worry. Jelly beans rained from the sky, and Chuck stood tall in the middle of the chaos with his turbo slingshot back in his wings. "Next time," he said, brushing off chocolate dust, "just ask if you want to borrow something." From that day on, Chuck was still fast. He was still loud. But he learned something important. Sometimes you don't need to get angry to win. You just need to stay smart and launch big. And every time someone asked, "Why is Chuck smiling today?" the other birds would say, "He's not angry, he just already won.